doing?
Good.
You good? Yeah, look. Those are some unique earrings. What do you have on there? Could you explain it to me?
I have crystal quartz, raw crystal quartz.
For real? So, like, how did you put that all together, like, on your own?
Yes.
How long did it take you?
Maybe like an hour to get it all together, and then like 36 hours for everything to dry.
Oh, yeah? So you're a woman of many talents. I see on your social media and stuff like that. So, like, what do you consider yourself?
That's a hard question because I think of new things to do all the time. But for the most part, I've been doing jewelry for like the last 3 years. But I've sewn, I've done painting, I've done a lot of things. I want to do tattoos, so I have a lot of things in my head. Eventually, I want to start doing grills. So.
How many tattoos you have?
I don't even know. Probably I don't know. A lot.
Is it a lot? Like...
Yeah, enough. My mom would say.
Over double digits?
Yeah, for sure.
So how have you evolved rather over the years? Like, you know, if you don't mind, like, tell us some of the trials and tribulations, whether it's personal or outside sources that you been through, that you overcome to make who you are today.
I would say as far as trials, I needed to get over like a following, like having this mindset where to make the money you had to have this crazy amount of followers. The talent is going to get you the money. The talent is going to get you the money to be able to put back into your business. And that was more so my thing. Like, it wasn't too much about the money, like making the money. I just needed enough so that I can buy the things that I needed to create better things and push out better work. And that was just more so my thing. I think that was like my biggest trial, was like, oh, I don't have that many followers, and people with blue checks don't want to buy my stuff. And when that's not really important, as long as you focus on your craft and you evolve where you are educating yourself, that's what gets you far.
Right. So what about the people with the blue checks? Like, from what I see, I feel like, me personally, you don't really have to answer this, but I just feel like, sometimes the people with the blue checks and a lot of followers aren't the best talents, or they don't have the best merchandise. That's what I feel like. And then some people do, so.
I got some blue checks on my page, so I'm not going to go too deep into the blue check question, but I will say that a lot of the times the blue check is because they've had somebody famous buy something from them, which verifies them. That's why you see a lot of people who don't really have like the best work, but they're a Diddy. I call them P Diddy. They know how to sell. They can sell trash to Michael Jackson if he was alive. You see what I'm saying? So they P Diddy's, but they don't really have like the talent or the best product that they can just sell. And sometimes they bug to where the person is just like, okay, damn, right, I'll take it. But I'm not like that. I want you to like my shit and want to grab it, or be like, hey, I don't mind giving out work to people who I know can get my name somewhere.
Who would you want to give some work to? Or...
I would say like Rihanna, probably Erica
Badu.
Yeah, Jill. People like that. People in my lane. I wouldn't ask, Nicki Minaj to buy that. She's on a level that I'm trying to get to. I never want to leave crystals behind, but I do want to get more into like diamond work. So she's on a level that's different. She's not wearing no white crystals.
Right.
Right.
So what about like personal trials and tribulations? What have you had to get over the years, and because we all have our things, have you had anything that you had to get over personally to become who you are today?
I mean, I just reiterate what I said before. It was just more so like not being too worried about who was buying or who was following. That was like my biggest worry because I went from like 400 and something followers to almost 9,000 followers. But those followers came with the amount of work that I put into it. So I needed to get over the following part. I needed to just work and evolve and educate myself. That's it.
So, who or what inspires your art and your jewelry making?
That's a good question. Because I kind of, honestly, I'm a correctional officer by day, and I literally think about things to make all day while at work. Although, like, I work a dangerous job, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not in prison, like, daydreaming, but when I do have a second, I am thinking about stones or crystals that I purchased to put together to make something different. I'm always trying to think of something different. So I'm not going to be too cocky and say that people don't inspire me, but honestly, I don't really have that much time to be like looking through social media, looking at people's stuff, because that takes away from the work. I can't be on TikTok. TikTok is addictive. Like, the moment you watch one video, like, you gotta watch like 20. I will have to put my phone down. I cannot do social media like that. If I'm on my phone, it's because I'm checking an email, it's because I'm answering somebody's question, or I'm posting a video or editing it, something like that. So I'm not going to be too cocky and say that I don't have people who inspire me, but a lot of it just comes from that want to work, that want to create.
Right. Are there any, I'm not familiar with the jewelry making world at all. Like, are there any other like black jewelers out there?
Oh man, and I follow a few online too on Instagram. Oh, dang, I can't even think of their ad names. Oh, that's irritating because I follow some really like cool people that make some really really dope things.
Right. All right. So would you collaborate, like, as of right now you're a small black business, would you collaborate with other small black businesses, like, and do like a promo shoot with your jewelry, with somebody's retail, or your jewelry and somebody else's jewelry? You have anybody in mind that you would collab with, or no?
Nah, I'm still looking. I'm looking for artists who have more bohemian style clothes, more like earthy. I don't have a huge following, so I'm still searching for people. And like I said before, I work, a very demanding job, so I can't like really get out and network like I would like to. But I'm looking, so if people see this video, they can definitely hit me up.
But what are the pros and cons of being a jeweler?
The pros is that you can freestyle and do anything if you got the right product.
A lot of people that achieve success, they run across haters. You, Dineen, owner of Beads for a Goddess, have haters?
I believe I do, only because someone created a fake profile not too long ago, actually, and one of my followers put me down and like showed it to me or whatever. But I try not to pay attention to haters, because at the end of the day, the haters and the ones who try to recreate, the creator is the only one who can do it the way you see it. So you can try, but
right. So what about, like, what's your best selling jewelry? Like, some of the pieces or things that made you the most money?
The most money, I would say, probably my pendants. My pendants made me the most money. My popular pieces are lock jewelry, though. A lot of people buy lock jewelry, but it's cheaper than the pendants. So that's why the pendants kind of made me more money. But as far as popularity, the lock jewelry is number one.
Okay, what happened with your locks? Like, I see you just recently cut your hair.
Well, as you can see, my hair is extremely fine and thin. So after a while, after 4 years of, trying to hold on, I started like balding and thinning around my edges. So I said, well, shit, I'd rather get a haircut with edges and rather than get a haircut without edges. So
Okay.
that was my whole thing. But the thinning and stuff, I think it came from, I would say that I was stressed, definitely stressed. I've to date pushed out 800 orders to date. My body is showing it, my wrist is showing it, my face was showing it. I'm grateful for the support, but I definitely was stressed and it showed in my hair first.
What's next for Be for a Goddess?
I would say grills and 3D printing. I definitely want to use my time to start creating more sturdier pieces, more creative pieces. I want to get into something different.
How do you manage, this being a jeweler? You say you work as a correctional officer, being a wife and a mother at the same time.
It's definitely a struggle. I think every day is like a learning process when it comes to like managing my time. But I think I got like down to some kind of structure on how to do things when it comes to time for my family and work.
Are there any frustrations with, basically putting your work out there, like, and having people like notice your work? Whether it's the blue check people or these famous entertainers, because I've seen your work and you got crazy talent. You look like you spend a lot of time and effort on your work and stuff like that. Is there any frustrations with getting them to see that?
I think I used to be frustrated like earlier in making pieces, jewelry. Now I'm just like, who sees it, sees it, because your time will come when the time is right. It's no use in rushing.
I heard of that guy named Kevin Samuels.
No.
The guy that he always, he has like a podcast.
Wait, you talking about the dude that be telling people like you a 10? Well, I mean you was 5 or something. Why do you think you're a 10?
Yeah, what do you think about him?
I think Bull got like way too much to say. I think he should like look in the mirror and really like be honest with himself about a few things before he starts like telling, especially women, like what they should think about themselves.
Right. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of like mixed stuff about him. Like they say, I hear people who have the same opinion as you, and then I hear other people that say, well, yeah, he might come off a little harsh, but he's not saying nothing wrong.
Yeah, like, okay, so I can watch his interviews only for like 2 minutes, because after 2 minutes, it's like, okay, bro, you like going way too far. Like, it was like, damn, are we on Def Comedy Jam? Like, are you trying to make people laugh, or are you trying to like really give your honest opinion to someone who wants it? So It's just like the first 2 minutes, it's like, yeah, he talking that shit right now. Yeah, like she tripping a little bit, and then by like minute 4, it's like he trashing the shit out of her. So it's like I don't really understand what he be trying to do.
Right.
Because he be trying to make people kill themselves after the interview. Like, damn.
Right. What should a relationship be based on? Like, what should the foundation be based on?
As far as a
relationship, a loving relationship, like couples, marriage, or boyfriend and girlfriend.
I would say trust. That's always my first thing. I mean, you can't do anything. You can't graduate to new levels with somebody if you don't trust them.
Right. All right. Well, look. Yeah. Thanks for taking time to speak with me. Do you have anything you want to say to your fans or people that's viewing?
Just follow my Instagram. It'll be tagged, I'm so sure, in the caption, and hit me up.
All right.